Nigerian entrepreneur Yemisi Iranloye started a successful agribusiness company that turns cassava, which is one of the country's biggest crops, into a variety of products that she sells to companies like Nestlé and Unilever. In a recent interview, which is linked in the description below, I asked Yemisi to name some of the other crops for which she sees business potential for in Nigeria, crops beyond cassava. I also asked her to share some of the entrepreneurship lessons that she learned. But before we get to her response, just a quick reminder that our new book, How We Made It in Africa Too, is out now. The book features 15 stories of entrepreneurs who've turned opportunity into profit in Africa, and you can grab your copy from the link below this video as well. All right, let's watch the clip with Yemisi.
Beyond cassava, are there any other crops or agribusiness products in Nigeria for which you see business potential?
Oh, yes. There are quite a number. I think there's a lot of business potential that can come around potato. Okay, because potato is also a
Why is
very
that?
good potato, either Irish potato or sweet potato, or maybe more of sweet potato. So I see a lot of opportunities around sweet potato because it's also tuber and it's also gluten free and it also has a lot of starch. I see it also becoming transformed into an industrial crop. I see a lot of opportunity in the coconut industry. Okay, the coconut industry, looking at oil, one of the best oils that you can have for cooking, for baking. And then because you also have the shaft for baking and all of that, there's practically no part of coconut that cannot give money. I also see the horticulture business in Nigeria expanding. Okay, so there are more greenhouses today compared to 20 years ago. In fact, there are not even greenhouses scaled down to different small sizes that you can just have behind your house. So that's a lot of very exciting development that is happening now. And I can't wait to see what happens in the next 5 years, especially in the agricultural space in Nigeria. It's going to be really transformative.
So when you talk about horticulture, is that mainly vegetables?
Yes, vegetables.
Okay, gotcha. And then last question, what are some of the entrepreneurship lessons that you've learned over the years?
I love that. It's quite a number. Maybe I'll just mention about 3 for today. One of them is passion. I don't know if anyone can survive in the agri space without having passion for it, having the love, very deep passion for farming. Because that's what helps you when things are not going well. When you run at a loss for 2, 3 years running, it's the passion that keeps you to it. So I believe that passion is key. 2 is deferring gratification. Okay. I believe as an entrepreneur, you must be able to defer your gratification by savings, by preventing yourself from starting to reap from your business before it matures. So if you're able to defer your gratification, you help your business to get structured and solid before you start to take too much fund out of it. 3, that looks like the other one is perseverance. Perseverance and persistence. Perseverance and persistence. Perseverance is when you suffer long. Persistence is when you keep at it. Okay. Even if you don't know what you're doing, just keep at it. The road gets brighter as you move on. When I started, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. All I knew was that I wanted farmers to be happy. All I knew was, I want to do something that's going to just reduce the burden of this old farmer. That was all I cared about. But as the days were going by, it became brighter. it became brighter. I started to understand what I wanted to do. And somehow nature started to respond to what we are doing. So, I mean, with several rejections, you eventually get somebody who says, "Oh, I'm impressed with what you have done. Okay, can you start small?" And I said, "Yes, I'm ready to start small." And then we build the confidence over time. And the same person says start small, comes back to say, "Can you start big?" Because you have proven that the small it was well utilized. People are blessed. The story is good. If you come here today, you see a village transformed into a city, lives transformed. Children that had no hope of school now going to private schools. Women that had no hope of 3 square meals now can send their children abroad for school. The impact is great. The impact is huge. And these are as a result of persistence, perseverance, very deep passion, and deferring gratification. And the place of God. God, because God is the one that sees your heart and reward what is in your heart. Sometimes you really don't know what to do as an entrepreneur. All you've got is your intuition, is the strong intuition, and then God sees once that intuition has humanity in it, somehow I think the earth start to give way, and then you start to make some baby steps before you get to where you are going. So God cannot be taken out of equation of an entrepreneur. Whether the individual goes to church, does not go to church, once he's able to listen to that little voice in his heart, in that little voice that speaks to you in your heart, God is speaking to you. He's the one giving you the ideas. And then the ideas, if you continue to listen to that voice, gradually the ideas get brightened. And then you can have a business that you can be proud of.
So you mentioned deferred gratification. So does that mean when you signed up Nestlé and Unilever, you didn't go out and bought yourself a new SUV or Louis Vuitton handbag or anything like that?
No, no, you can't, because it's not your money, it's bank money. You can't. That's delayed gratification. The fact that you see some millions in your account, you have farmers' money there, you have power money there, you have transportation there. I mean, your profit, your money in there, maybe could just be 5% of that huge amount, which you should put back in the business if you want the business to grow. So you have to pay yourself salaries. And because you have some 1 billion naira or $5 billion in your account, does not mean it's time to go and buy a jet. Because that money is business money. And you are separate from the business. You are a totally different entity from that business. So if you don't mentally separate yourself and pay yourself, your business will go. If you get to a point where you can decide to sell part of your shares and do whatever you want, but at that growing years, you need to defer your gratification so that your business of your dream can actually show up. Because when you start, it's not the business of your dream. It's still yet to be the business of your dream. It's after some years, it starts to be the business of your dream. So if you ever want to see the business of your dream, then you must define your gratification today so that the business grows into the business of your dream.